Welcome back to the altars. We have only 3 days left till sunrise, and we are not ready to take our base out of this lava-filled valley. And I'm getting very, very nervous about whether or not we can. I've got a plan, but it takes some doing. So let's get into it and see if we can pull this off. I have to really start worrying about time now. So, to fill you in on the situation, right now, you can see the bottom of the screen here. Well, actually, you can barely not see it, but we've got 178 organics and only room to store 300. However, in order to move this base, we need 338, which is more than we can even hold. Now, I think that if I disassembled the base partially, that number would go down because of the mass of the base. But I don't want to do that. I like all of my base. And so what I'm going to try to do instead is expand the base. And that's going to require a certain amount of minerals. I've forgotten how many minerals, but that is what the command center is for, is to answer questions like that. So let's go to the command center. This is the airlock. That's the command center. Okay, so if we want to expand this thing to tier 2, which I guess, does the entire thing just expand outwards? That'll be interesting to see. So I need 60 metals, which I've got, and I need 40 minerals, which I've not. And I also need to keep mining organics consistently. So, did I say 40? Did I say 40 minerals? That's what I said, yes. Okay, so basically I'm going to go out and get those minerals. Because right now we've got the botanist working on the organics mining. And I've also disabled the uphold we had set up in the greenhouse, where we were constantly spending our organics in order to feed ourselves. I'm skipping that for today. I'm not setting that up. Nobody's going to volunteer to go and do it, because I'm very nervous about accidentally spending the organics that we need to move. So we're going to see, we still need to spend 40 organics a day just to pay for our radiation filters. So he needs to make at least that much, plus whatever amount we need to cover the gap to get up to how much it takes to leave. So this is nerve-wracking. I'm not exactly sure how much organics we can make in a day. I hope I haven't already screwed the team over. So I'm going to head out via the airlock. We're going to go grab some minerals and expand the base. So expanding the base, it not only gives me more room to build stuff, it also expands my organic storage. Organics, because it's the fuel of the game, they have it stored separately. It's actually kind of an interesting decision here. You can see that we've got, you can't see it right here. Actually, let me just make myself go away. You can see that we can store 300 organics and then 720 of everything else. So all of the other resources in the game, they all share the same storage limit. And that is upgradable by adding storage rooms basically to the base. But organics is different, and I think that they probably made organics different because it would be far too easy if organics had to share space with all of the other resources. You could very easily screw yourself over by collecting too much of the other resources and not having enough room for the organics that you need in order to travel. And so I think that, and vice versa, it would be easy to just exhaust yourself of other things and then have so much space for organics that it's trivial to try to meet that requirement. So in order to make the fuel requirement an interesting thing that it's you can straightforwardly balance it, you can sort of have the cost of moving the base escalate smoothly as you're expanding the base, and then just sort of have players basically able to set that up as a goal for themselves. It is so much more straightforward, so much easier if it's got its own storage limits. So that's what they've done. They've set up their own storage limits for they've set up organics have their own storage limits. So what that means is I'm gonna need...
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Sure.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Go for it. Yeah, why not? All right. So, everybody's out mining because they've run out of things to do in the base. I'm going to head back to the base because I think I've got enough minerals now that we can expand it. I've never expanded the base before, and actually, I think I'm going to be tempted to rearrange the entire base after we expand it. Though actually, okay, part of me, I kind of want to go outside for just a second and just look at the base in the world. Just get a sense of its scale so I can see if I can feel how much larger it gets after I expand it. So here it is. This is what it looks like. We've got that impassable bit, that round glowy bit right there, which is sort of this obstacle to my building ambitions. Right now, like, there's so few things I can stick next to it that it's kind of awkward. But once we expand, we'll have some more room there, and that will be good. I do kind of wish that the elevators connected to each other better vertically, because that's kind of what they are, right? They're vertical tubes going up and down, and right now they kind of connect to each other like any other horizontal space. So that's not my favorite thing about the way the base looks, but this is approximately how large the base is. So now let's go back inside and let's expand this thing. Hopefully that didn't waste critical time. That's going to get my people killed. Let's go over here, pick expand, and hold it down. So now we are enormous. And part of me is wondering, is this a good time for me to start shuffling things around a little bit? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, you know what? That's going to cost metals. It's going to cost resources of various kinds. Maybe we should just let it ride for now. By the way, I have 2 optional tasks. I thought I'd already done one of them. Oh, I need to talk to the botanist about the fact that he was chatting with my wife. That's right. In the last episode, I let him have a chat with my wife, even though normally I'm not supposed to put the altars on the radio with anybody. I let him talk to my wife because she needed to be encouraged not to make a big point of how I'm missing, because this is kind of, there's reasons why this mission is top secret and nobody wants anyone to talk about it. And because people might find out that I'm using Rapidium to make a bunch of altars of myself, which is like highly illegal. And so we took a risk having him talk to her, because that might be a route towards helping her, you know, encouraging her not to make a big deal out of us and get us in trouble. But I haven't talked to him yet. Building a second Rapidium arc, I'm actually curious about how much that will cost. Because that's a lot of Rapidium. It's a lot of Rapidium. We're not doing that right now. We'll save that for later. So now, really, we just sort of need to let the organics catch up. We've got 260 now. That is not bad at all. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go out. We've got people mining everything. Should I go get Rapidium, or should I go get minerals? I mean, minerals are what I'm lowest on, but I mean, Rapidium is sort of the thing I'm here to get. I don't have a specific need for minerals right this moment. So maybe this is the right move? Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, we've got nothing queued up on the research side. And you know what? I want cheaper batteries and cheaper climbing, because I exhausted my batteries last episode and I felt dumb about it. So we're going to fix that, and we're going to... Can we not? Oh, there we go. Okay, for some reason that wasn't responding to me. We'll put the scientist there. And do we have unfinished production things? Oh, we haven't finished making the radiation filter. Okay, well then we can do that tomorrow. We've got enough radiation filter for now.
You want me to take care of this?
Go for it. Head back to the workshop. Because, yeah, I think he wanted to go inside because the radiation is kicking in now. We never did this, and we're probably not going to. Maybe the next time I play this game, I should try to get enriched metals and see what that's like. But I don't know the first thing about it. So are we all back? Yes, the botanist is in the kitchen now. Let's talk to the botanist about the whole wife situation.
So, how did it go?
Wow. It was something to hear her voice again. I can't thank you enough. But she was completely different with me than, well, with the real me, you know? Constantly on her toes, almost like we'd become strangers. It was so sad.
Well, what did you talk about?
She was disturbed by the fact we're struggling. I'm struggling to build a bridge, all on my own. Also, she was suspicious about the mining ops director. What's his name? Maxwell?
Looks like you two had an honest talk.
Almost.
Oh yeah, of course. You didn't tell her about...
No. She thought I was you. Hell, it was tough for me to lie to her. She seemed so distant. How the hell did you manage to fuck up such a good thing?
Hey,
What? You wanted my help, didn't you?
and did you help?
I tried. But there's one thing she's really touchy about.
What's that?
She can't understand why you went on this mission. It seems important to her. Why did you go?
I'm actually not sure what I want to say here. This seems pathetic. I don't want this to be true. Let's say this.
I just needed to go. Somewhere far away. Get away from it all. From, you know, everything. So I did it for myself, I guess.
You're making it hard to help you. Can't you see that it's not the moment you signed the contract she's upset about? It's about what led to that moment, and I can't tell you what it was because,
We branched apart long before that.
yeah. And maybe that's the moment you should focus on. Think about where you took a different path and why.
How's that gonna make her less angry at me?
Once you put your finger on the problem, get back to me. We'll figure it out. Promise.
Okay. So how does it list my optional task now? Learn how to get along with Lena and talk to the botanist. So now, one way I could try to learn that is by going back to the quantum computer. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. What happened was I had a career setback. We had the opportunity to follow her career someplace, and I refused. I think, if I remember right, I think that was the story. But let's look in the quantum computer and see if that's right. Where was it that we branched? That's the technician branch. That's the scientist branch. This is the botanist branch right here. Okay, so holding on. You're wondering if she really is okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes, but how could you? It was a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her. That was the only sensible choice. You need to get your shit together, give her a better life here, maybe find a second job. Okay, so that was the decision we made, but what was the decision before then? The situation before then. You listen as Lena talks excitedly. She really wants to take that offer, move abroad, sell the house, but for how much? It would hardly be enough to pay off the bank with the soaring rate of interest. And what about you? It's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone in a foreign country. After all your efforts to make ends meet, it would feel like going back to square one. Damn, you just wish she didn't want it so bad. And that's after this. Red lights, you close your eyes and listen to the city traffic. Damn radio, all you know is Christmas songs, blah, blah. This is you being frustrated as a taxi driver. And before then, okay, yeah. So this is you getting laid off. Okay, so yeah, so I feel pretty confident that the problem was I was worried about my own career, and she had an opportunity that could actually take us in a new direction. But I felt like I had to solve the problem myself. And I couldn't just I couldn't just let go of my stuff and follow her. I had to be the one who succeeded. So I'm not sure if that means I should just go talk to the guy now, talk to the botanist now that I'm fairly confident I know what I did wrong, or if he's actually waiting for me to talk to Lena about it first. I'm going to go see if there's a new conversation with him available.
Let's talk about Lena again. Always. Did he think it through? Yes. I have a theory I'd like to share. Hit me.
It started when I convinced her not to move abroad.
It all started when I convinced her not to move abroad. Oh? Interesting. I remember that moment. Is this where we branched apart? Yeah. That decision defined us. Wow. But it wasn't just about moving, was it? I remember it well. It was a very specific feeling.
I was jealous of her career.
I was jealous of her career. Jealous? Please, we always wanted her to be successful. It was never about her.
Okay, actually, I'm kind of glad they're absolving my character of that. That's what I thought it was. But if the botanist says that wasn't it, I think he's the one who would be most critical of me if it was that. So, good. Maybe I'm a slightly better person than I thought.
I was afraid of the unknown, living in a strange land. Fear? No. We moved to college. We could have moved anywhere. Going away wasn't the problem. It was something else, and you know it.
Selling the house?
Sadness. Selling the house, our house, it made me sad. The house? Yeah. We put so much effort to prove that we could give her a good life, and now, the thought of having to start all over again. It felt like I would be losing something I worked so hard to achieve. So, you convinced her to stay. Yeah. And you agreed to go. Right. What happened after?
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I remember reading about the house. I'm surprised that the house was sort of the key thing, but I guess it's not really the house. It's sort of the larger implication of we built a life here and now we're moving on from it. All the things that I felt like I had achieved to make that life happen, like we're throwing it away and starting over with me not even being an important part of the next step. So I think I feel like there is still a little bit of the jealousy of the career thing going on, but I think that can make sense in my head. These ones here that are like blaming her feel wrong. I'm gonna go with this one.
I started working my ass off like crazy to pay the mortgage, support us both, prove it was the right decision to stay, but in the end, you had less time for her. I had no time. I was exhausted and we just grew apart. Okay. I think I've heard enough. Really? Yeah. Can't you see the pattern? You're always trying to prove something, be in control, build a big house, work overtime, go to friggin' space if nothing else works, instead of just taking the passenger seat sometimes, letting go and just enjoying the ride. You want me to enjoy the ride now? All I'm saying is you can try to trust her a little more. You're right. How can I change that? Think about it. When was the last time you asked her for something? She's a biotechnician, for crying out loud, and here we are struggling with those polymers. I bet she could tell us how to do it better. All you need to do is ask. Tell her you need her help. For once, rely on someone else other than yourself. I can try, I guess. Good. Do it. You won't regret it.
So there's my big reveal from the botanist. One thing I think it's really, really funny that they're having one of like the big like themes of like, you know, stuff that your character learns is to rely on other people than himself in a game that's all about cloning yourself a million times to give you people to rely on. Okay, so now my optional task has become call Lena, which I can do a little bit later. Although there is a call available right now. Okay, sure.
Jan?
Hi, Lena.
It's good to hear you. I was a bit out of line last time we spoke. It was harsh in your situation. Is everything okay?
Oh, interesting. So I've picked up reliance and I've picked up assertiveness from my 2 lessons I learned from my 2 altars, and those are adding conversation options. Wow. So I could use assertiveness to say, stay out of this, which I think is kind of what like the other guys want me to do. We want her to stay out of it because she's potentially exposing us to danger. And that's one way I could handle it. I like this one a lot better though, and I think this one probably will work better too. Let's see.
I think I am going to need you.
Oh, okay.
Remember when I told you I was building a bridge?
Right. That sounded very unsettling.
And I need to get my hands on a lot of superconductive polymers in a very short time. Truth is, I don't know shit about what I'm doing, and I thought, well, since this is kind of your thing, maybe you'd have some idea how to speed it up?
Superconductive polymers. Right. Have you thought of... I mean, since you brought this to me, I suppose you have access to organic matter of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. How about a place you can grow plants in? Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I have a greenhouse.
Great. Well, good news is there is a way to get your polymers by processing organics. I can send you detailed instructions, but honestly, I'm worried that gathering resources and operating a greenhouse might be a little too much for one person.
Yeah, well, I know, but why don't I give it a try?
Sure, it's just... I could have helped you so much earlier, and you'd have more time. It's really starting to bug me how mining ops are not going by the book about this. It's outrageous. I think I have to say something.
Wait, what do you want to do?
I don't know yet. I have to think it through.
All right, yeah, just please don't make waves, all right? Last thing I need is a corporate shitstorm on top of everything else.
Don't worry, I'll be reasonable. I'm glad you reached out, Jan. Talk later, okay? Bye.
Yeah, bye.
So we can grow polymers in the greenhouse? What? Okay. Here I was putting off this conversation because I was like, okay, well, first I have to lock down and make sure that I've got, you know, all of my ducks in a row for survival. Then I'll worry about the story stuff. No! The story stuff helps with the survival stuff. It's all connected. So now we can make polymers. Oh, we have to invest rupidium to do it. But still, okay, well we don't need the polymers anymore. But we might have been able to do this faster if we had actually talked to her earlier. That is so funny to me. Because I think, yeah, in the refinery... Oh, it's not even... Wait. It's not even in the refinery anymore. Why is it not in the... Was polymers only something we needed briefly so that we could make the bridge? Did the recipe go away after we were done with the bridge? I don't know. Oh, look at this, though. This is another way to get organics. And this is the thing we didn't do. We didn't go after the enriched metals. And as a result, we cut off access to another source of organics. We've only got the one source of organics. And that does make me a little nervous. In fact, that's a huge part of why I'm nervous right now, is because we only have the one source of organics, and we have to make sure we're using it to its fullness. Two days till sunrise. Okay, so what's everybody doing today? We've got the botanist out there mining organics. I assume he'll do that very efficiently. We've got Jan working in the workshop, spending some of our organics on the filter, and that makes sense. Though I'm very nervous. We're getting low on metals, so maybe I should go out and mine metals. Yeah, I think I should go out and mine metals while I let the other guy do the organics. And we'll see how that goes. It'll be really funny if we just almost get there, but not quite. But actually, you know what? Hold on. How much stuff do we actually have? We have 2 radiation filters. And running out of these won't kill us. Let's decrease the uphold on the radiation filters. Let's not make another one. Let's keep our 262 organics. And see if we can get up to the limit today. So I'm going to gather metals. But I'm watching the organics.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Sure, yes. Get us minerals. That sounds great. 304. 318. We're trying to get to 338. 332. Okay, we're over the line. But we're going to keep going. Let's get as much of this as we can. Okay, we've actually got enough now that we could queue up some food. We've got just enough that we could queue up some food. I think I'm going to queue up some food. I was skimping on it because I wasn't sure we could afford it, but I think we can afford it. So I'm not going to uphold it. I'm just going to add 1 package of it. And then tomorrow, the botanist can work there. And oh, look, I've got 2 base maintenance slots now because of that research I did. Yeah, I think that works. Now, can I look at my guys and see what kind of state they're in? Like, he's feeling okay. He's angry. Is there something I can do with the scientist to make him happier? It just occurred to me, I haven't been looking at these bars that are next to them. I think the scientist is working fewer hours in the day because he's mad. I wonder if there's something I can do to help. Like movies, for instance. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this will do. Watching movies in social room is a group activity that lets you boost the moods of all your alters at once. Watching a movie takes 3 hours and gives us an emotional boost. Okay.
There's gotta be another way. That alien thing is inside one of us, damn it. We gotta test our blood with the pathogen to figure out who before it feeds again.
Really, all horrors are the same.
No reaction. You're clean.
What about you, Quay? Where were you when Martinez was attacked?
I was burying my wife.
Oh, God.
Nothing. Sherman, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great idea. Feels a little unsanitary to me.
It's the only way. None of us are safe until we find out who's infected.
Really? It's the only way?
Kinda gotta agree with Sherman here, guys. Not sure about this whole test thing.
Sherman's just stalling because he's afraid of what we'll find.
Oh, right. You think maybe he's the alien?
Nuh-uh. I'm just not jumping at the opportunity to cut my hand with a reused knife.
You just sterilized it.
He just waved a bic in front of it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, not very thorough. Maybe we skip this.
I could give you some of my blood. Just give me some dental floss. I bleed every time.
You can't combine the blood with spit. It'll contaminate the sample, Sherman.
Okay, but we can use a rusty blade covered in everybody else's blood.
So true.
The more you refuse, the more we know it's you.
Oh, that's kind of a good point. Makes you seem like an alien.
No, it's not me. It's the principle of the thing. What if I do give my blood and it does react because of some problem with your pathogen test? How do we know it's even accurate?
He has a good point. Yeah, how do we know it's even accurate? Maybe the test isn't that good.
My wife developed that test right before she was killed. She gave it to me with her last breaths.
And I'm sorry that that happened. All of us have lost somebody up here, but also, she's not around. So we're gonna just take her word for it and not mine?
Seems kind of hypocritical.
How do we even know it's an alien thing to begin with, huh? I mean, sure, we can't find that mysterious embryo we mined from the core of the meteorite, but did we really check everywhere? Look at this place. There's like a ton of, as everybody looked in every nook and cranny, right?
Right, and even if it is an alien, how do we know it's not nice? Maybe it's a super nice alien, maybe it just was a little grumpy because it got woken up after 30,000 years, and it happens to subsist on human flesh, but that's not anything personal, that's just like out of necessity, so it could be really nice.
Right, it could be nice. Did we even think about that? Or are we too busy coming up with some gross blood test thingy because we can't deal with our control issue?
Enough! I'm gonna get that blood. I don't care if it's from your thumb or from your goddamn throat.
Hey, whoa, hey, hang on.
Out of my way. I know what an alien life form looks like when I see it.
Do you? Or did you just forget what a friend looks like? Guys! Come on, I mean, this week has been crazy. I mean, I saw a guy dragged by his large intestines. I saw the captain's head get blown off, clean off her body. It's been nuts. But you know what else I saw? I saw Kara help Martinez figure out the Wi-Fi. I saw Richards dominate at Codenames. Sky 4? Are you kidding me? I saw Quay help me, the one last-minute transfer that nobody else knew or had any reason to trust, feel welcome and at home no matter where I originally came from. Guys, we're a team.
That's ridiculously
You know, at
amusing.
the end of the day, does it really matter which one of us is the alien? What matters is that we're all together. Right? Right, Richard? So what do you say? Shake hands?
Love you, man.
What? Sherman was the alien? He always seemed so nice. He never said anything to me about my weird skin, eye, and voice condition. Honestly, there was a moment there where I thought I might be the alien. My skin thing's been acting up. I don't know if anybody noticed.
That's your self-worth issue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not real.
It's honestly like I have this body dysmorphia thing where I see my face and I go like, maybe I'm an alien, but...
What in the world was that? That took so much time. But wow.
When are you going to fix things around here? I'm getting impatient.
Did that help anything? Like, in a meaningful way? Yeah. Check out the scientist. He doesn't have 7 hours of work a day. He's got 9 hours of work a day. We fixed the scientist. What in the world was that? Who are Chris and Jack? Is this a YouTube channel? Did they contract a YouTube channel to make them weird movies for this game? What? Who was at this company thinking, here's an idea. Let's get YouTubers to make us movies that our characters can watch? I mean, that's the kind of crazy idea you have when you're out at lunch with people. They actually put that on the schedule and they spent money on it. Who are these people? I love it, but who are these people? That was crazy. Okay, well, my scientist is a little happier now. He's still frustrated, but wow. Okay. I think we're all right. We're doing okay. Let's, is this where I'm going? Yes. Okay, we've got one more day. We got 2 more days. I don't want to necessarily go to the very last day. We're out of normal food. We're going to have to eat weird food. 2 of us get gross food. I apologize to those 2 people. I don't know which ones they are. Wait, it is in 1 day? Holy crap. Okay, never mind. We have 1 day left. And I don't know if it takes time to travel. So what I'm thinking is we just need to travel now. Here's the problem. I forgot how that's done. It's been so long since I've done it. I forgot how to do it. So I assume maybe command center? Is the command center where we do that? Base navigation. Yes. Here we go. I think we're ready to launch. We've spent the last several episodes in this valley. I have no idea what's next. And people have told me that it's Act 2 where it really kicks off, and that's where they die. So I'm nervous. And I'm a little scared to take this next step. But, I mean, it's not like I got a choice. We have to leave today or we all die. Now, I don't know if we die instantly or if they just start killing us slowly with radiation if the sun comes up. No clue. No desire to find out the answer to that question. I'm going to start our journey. The scientists will be disappointed with the lack of crunch. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Was I supposed to talk to him about something? Hold on. Scientist, are you in here? Are you having breakfast? No, where are you? He's upstairs. Oh, by the way, we should... Okay, base maintenance. Yeah, we're good. Hey, scientist, have I been neglecting you? Oh, wait. I found some... Oh, let's keep talking. Hold on.
I have something for you. I used the illuminator on one of those strange areas on the surface, and it revealed some sort of plants, but not real living plants. More like a projection of another dimension that became visible to me. Keep going. I followed their path and found something that could have been their core. And when I used the illuminator on it, I found some interesting specimens. Really? Specimens from the interval. Did you secure them properly? Of course. I have to take them to my lab immediately. Let me study them thoroughly. Jan, this is beyond my wildest dreams. A whole new area of research wide open before me. Before us.
Is this one out of date now?
I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
I think I can probably use the illuminator to destroy that thing, actually. So maybe he is supposed to tell me he wants crunch hours.
Hey, so, how am I doing? According to your high standards? You want me to tell you? When you're successful, you know it. You don't have to run around asking people. Is success really all that matters to you? What else is there? Love, friendship, bonding with fellow human beings. That's so naive. We are born alone and die alone. Lovers and friends are just a way to forget about that. Tell me, did you never even try to do something significant in your life? I remember being very motivated in the first years of my studies. Motivated and competitive. Yeah? So, when did you stop pushing? I didn't want my life to be just about work. So when I got a good business offer, I thought it would be a smart way to have the cake and eat it. The beginning of a downfall. Why did you stay at the university? Because of a scholarship I didn't get. Wait, you mean the one we had in our pocket? But lost in the final round, yes. Oh yeah, I took that hard. So did I. But it motivated me. I stayed to have a go at that scholarship next year, and I succeeded. Cost you your personal life, though. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me. It's simple, Jan. I'm successful because I'm the version of you that doesn't get discouraged by failure. Imagine what I could achieve in your role here.
Ooh. Stop talking like a rogue AI.
I'm pretty sure I can be just as efficient. We'll see about that.
Okay. So, I probably don't have time to do this, but... Oh, wait. Okay, he's got all kinds of research now that we can do. But is it going to cost planetary samples, or... I'm not sure. Ooh, an anomaly shield that protects me from anomalies. Improving the illuminator. Or just generally upgrading my suit. What else do we have here? Whoa, okay. So is finding those planetary samples just unlocking new tiers of this stuff? Is that what's going on? Oh, no, I see. No, there's a cost for some of these. There's a cost. I have to spend planetary samples. The ones that have little... Here, you can see it here. They've got a cost. I think that's planetary samples. So some of these are blocking the way to other developments. Like I can't get non-metals efficiency 2 until I get this one, and this one has the cost. That's how this works. Okay. Well, anyway, we've already got our plans. But radiation repulsor. With enough repulsors, your filters won't even need replacement. Oh, that sounds good. And here's large storage. Okay, we got a few different options here. That's cool. So what if I turn on crunch hours? And then let people work a little bit on that. Will that make the scientist happier a little bit? Oh, it looks like, oh, everybody goes to 12 hours now. They're all on 12 hours. We've got enough metals. I'd kind of like to get more, to get more organic. So why don't we, let's not waste the entire day, but let's spend a little bit of time on crunch hours to see if that helps somehow with the scientist. It's probably not. I probably have to do like a full day of crunch hours or something for him to be happy, for him to get whatever benefit he was going to get from that. But might as well try. So let's go to the organics outpost. Let's just make sure we've got enough of everything that we need to travel. Okay, that's maximum organics. And then let's go get some rupidium. Watching the clock.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Sure, yeah. Go to the kitchen.
All
That sounds
done.
great.
Should I take care of this now?
Sure. Let's... Yeah, okay. We're getting close to the end of the day. So I'm not sure... I'm not sure what the whole deal with Crunch Hours was. Like, there might be some side mission that I just haven't had the chance to unlock because of other things I didn't do with the scientist. It does make me want to replay this at some point and follow the scientist a little bit more, see if I can figure out what that was all about. But for right now, we're getting close enough to the end of the day that I think I'm crazy if I don't trigger the move. So I'm sure that it's still going to warn me about the scientist, but I don't think I've got another option. We've got 13 hours till sunrise. So, yeah, let's go. Scientists will be disappointed with a lack of Crunch. I think we have to do it anyway. Yes, let's automatically collect structures. The total weight is 40. I assume they already figured this into the cost of my fuel? Let's hope. To everyone's relief, you're able to continue the journey. The moods in the base improved. The rebellion ended even though you hadn't met the rebels' demands. I think I did meet their demands. The ones that I was told about.
Yeah, I noticed we're missing a few rad filters.
Oh. Check what's happening. You know what? Honestly, I think the fact that we got away successfully is a good end to this episode. So I'm not sure what's going on in the kitchen. I'm not sure what else is going to happen on this journey, but I'm glad we got out of there in time. Just barely on time. It sounds like there's more I could have done. There's a better job I could have done, but I feel like we made it, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So why don't we say that this is wrapped up, and then we will pick this up in a future episode. So there's my subscribe button. Here's the next episode. I'm shocked that I'm still making these. Like, I thought we were just going to be exploring this game for a short time, seeing what it was. I've got to see this thing through. So I'll see you later.